Shut up, sit down, and listen up. I'm about to help you through your first games of Smite. In 5 minutes or less, I'm going to give you all the essential beginner tips that you need to know about so that way you can survive on this battlefield. Let's go. Alright, for the intro screen, there's really only two things you need to pay attention to. Play and gods. Alright, let's go to gods first. On this screen, there are all the different gods in the game. High res gives you a select few that you can choose from right off the beginning, and the rest you have to earn by playing the game and spending favor, or by buying the ultimate god pass, but that's neither here nor there. In the beginning, now I would choose a mage or a hunter because they are ranged gods. There are also assassins, guardians, and warriors who are melee gods. You have to be in the fray to do damage. I would rather stay back on your first playthroughs, so I would say Neith or Ra to begin with. Alright, another really helpful tip before we get into the games is change up those key bindings. If you go down to the settings and then you go up to key bindings, you can rearrange all of your abilities. I think that having some on my mouse is a really helpful thing, so that way I'm not throwing gang signs as I'm trying to kill the enemy. Alright, once you click play, you're going to be greeted by this screen right here. There's really only two things you need to pay attention to. There is Arena and there is Conquest. The Conquest is the bread and butter of the game, however, it is more toxic than Chernobyl, so unless you want to play that and you want to get crushed for every single game that you ever want to play and then you lose all faith in the game because you think it's a shitty game, then I wouldn't click Conquest. However, I would click Arena because it's a lot less competitive and you can try out different things there. So start with Arena. Alright, once you pick Arena, this is the next thing you're going to be greeted with. It's going to be all the different gods that you're going to play as, so you can lock in one right off the bat, or you can wait till your teammates pick your god so you can fill in a position. It doesn't really matter, it's Arena, so you can play whatever you'd really like. However, there's a bigger thing here. It's guides, all right? Once you choose guides, that's going to be really helpful because now you can choose the two options that are most important. You're going to make sure they are turned on. You want them on, okay? It's going to be your auto buy items and your auto upgrade abilities. I've seen some tutorials that say turn these off. That's a really bad idea for new players because you're already going to be overwhelmed with every different option and decision that you have to make in the game, that having to also worry about buying items and leveling up abilities when you don't even know what the items or abilities do, it's going to be too much. Leave that on until you get a little bit more experience in the game. This next screen doesn't just pose as a loading screen, but it also poses as the screen that tells you just how fucked you are when you see how many Roman numerals the enemy team has in rank. Alright, once you get to this screen, that means you're in the game and there's a lot of information to get through, so let's go fast. Alright, right here is where you have your tickets. This is going to be 500 v 500. It's like golf, so the first one to 0 actually loses. Alright, 5 tickets for killing a god, 1 ticket for killing a minion. So, if you kill a god, this will drop down to 495. Get how it works? Alright, fantastic. Let's move on. This is the mini-map. It's very important. You can see your teammates on it, and if your teammates have a line of vision on an enemy, you can see the enemies on the mini-map too. This is going to save your life later in the game, so keep an eye on it. Then you have up top here, you have the scoreboard, which is 0 kills to 0 kills, because the game just began, obviously. There's the enemy team. If you see a countdown on that, that means the enemy's dead and it's in their fountain. Same thing goes for your team, but on your team, you can also see their health and mana bars. So keep an eye on that just in case an enemy needs to be retreated. Maybe you can step in and block for them, or vice versa. Down below here, you have items, items that you bought. You also have your kills, your deaths, and your assists. So keep an eye on that for your own pleasure. Alright, then behind me here we have our bar, which is your health, then your mana, and then right below that it's your abilities, okay? You'll notice that the abilities have a cost, and that uses the blue, where health is your green bar. If you didn't know that, then maybe you should try a different video game first. Anyways, it's followed up by your relics and your potions. Now, not knowing a lot about the game, it's probably not the best to worry too much about relics and potions, purely for the fact is they're very situational, and you're not going to know too much about the situations yet until you have to encounter them. So, are they good? Yes. But are they hard to explain in a 5-minute video? Yes. So we're going to move past those. Alright, so this is the arena map. I'm going to go over it really quickly so that way you understand what's going on here. At number 1, you're going to see this. This is your portal. If enemy minions get into this portal, then you're losing. You're not doing your job. Block enemy minions. Kill enemy minions. I cannot stress this enough. Enemy minions are more important to kill than the enemy, especially when you're new at the game. So kill the minions. Okay, number 2. Number 2 is this little circle right here going around the rim. You see this little circle here? If enemies enter that circle, then they're going to be hit by cannon shots. Vice versa, if you enter their circle, you're going to be hit by cannon shots. If they enter your base, they're going to die instantly. And vice versa, if you enter their base, you're going to die instantly. So don't do that, okay? Number 3 is a speed buff. Number 4 is a red buff, damage buff, I'm sorry. And number 5 is mana buff. Okay, these buffs are nice to have on your characters. Speed buff allows you to, it's actually attack speed now. Damage buff obviously is red, which is going to increase your damage, and then mana buff is actually going to increase your cooldowns and give you more mana overall. Now, if you're up here, let's say your team is up here and you need to retreat because you have a lot of gold or a lot of anything to get, or you're really low on health and you want to get back, press the B button. It's your back button. It'll allow you to teleport backwards to your tower. I didn't realize this until it was way too late, and I was like walking back every single time. Didn't know that was an option, but you cannot move while doing it, and if you get hit by an enemy, then it'll stop the teleport. So know that for a fact. Anyways, if your team is up here, then you should be up here. If your team is down here, then you should be down here. Follow your team until you get comfortable playing, because your team will save you. Okay, if you're up here and your team is down here, you are going to die no matter how safe you think you are. Oh, I have full health. It will be deleted like that. So just get back. All right, thank you guys for watching. If you like that 5-minute tutorial on everything that you need for the absolute basics of playing this game, throw a like, throw a subscribe. They really help me out. I'll do more intermediate and maybe higher level survival guides if you guys want those, or maybe even just top tips of like players, so that way you can learn how to play a little bit better of Smite. Or if you're just getting into it, then maybe this helped you out. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one.